Howdy folks, it's Rich but Not Famous here with another poetry busking video, and this episode we're going to take a look at etiquette. So this practice involves asking people to stop and listen to you, and care has to be taken to ensure that you remain professional. Now, as a fundraiser, I used to take a lot of flack. Like, people can be exceptionally rude, but it will do you no good being rude back to them. In fact, occasionally I'll stop someone in the street because someone else was rude to me and they took exception to that, and just stop and just go, yeah, I'll listen to a poem, what a rude guy. The line I chirp when I'm out simply is, have you a moment for a poem? I only ask once. Unless someone's on the verge of stopping, like they're saying they're a bit late or they've got to get to the car, and then you can play with them a little bit. 3 or more asks I would consider as harassment, so ideally no more than twice. On the topic of rudeness, there are people I actively avoid trying to stop. People who are on their phone, or people who are in conversation, people on bicycles, people crossing the street. Maybe they're sat on park benches or queuing at cash points or sat in large cafe and pub areas. Basically, if it would be rude or dangerous to approach someone, don't do it. Another group is people with vulnerable people with learning disabilities or dementia sufferers. So if you pick up signs that your prospective client isn't really understanding you or forgetting who you are, thank them kindly for stopping and let them be on their way. For people with children, it's at your discretion. So if you have child-friendly material, for sure use that. I mean, my Minecraft poem goes down a treat with them, though obviously censor any darker material. Children's attention spans can wander as well, so if someone picks something that's going to be long and you know that they're not interested in it, then just advise something shorter. So only with people with dogs, if you have loud sections in any of your poems, you need to be on it and just maintain that, because you can set the dog off barking and that can just interrupts the intimacy of the performance. I always offer my work free of charge to people in service, like police constables, shop owners, traders, that festival steward who's on a nothing gate at 4 in the morning and when it's raining, and that kind of thing. It's important to remember that we serve the words we speak, not the money we expect to make of this. Also, something to consider, especially in the street, is other street performers. In fact, as a walkabout, you can often help out by starting a crowd for them, and if you're dressed as loudly as I am, people will stop and automatically you're doing them a favour. Plus, after they've performed, maybe if people are sticking around or they're wandering away, that's a large pot of people that you can then start to ask people if they would like to hear a poem. But also be mindful not to ask people who are already performing, because it's something that I feel is it's rude to intrude on another performance space. So yeah, basically interact but don't intrude, help the street, and it helps you. Offer your work to the homeless too, especially in winter, whether you're busking or not. It can feel really horrible to be ignored by everyone all day, so just taking your time to empathise with that and spend your time lifting someone's spirit, it can help you as well. And again, I'm going to emphasise fundraiser experience here, just because like all of this looking at vulnerable people, who to stop, who not to stop when it's rude, and all of this etiquette is all part of the training. So that's a really surefire way of making sure this information embeds itself in you. So, as an exercise for this video, I'd like you to go and try this out. Simply walk up and down your local high street if you're in a city or a town, and simply ask people if they'd like to hear a poem. Take maybe 1 to 3 memorised poems out with you. Make sure, obviously, that they're street friendly, and simply try it out. And don't worry if you don't stop anyone yet, just try it. So that's it for me for now. Links to my website and social media are in the description. Join me next time where we talk about my secret weapon,